We got 19 keys in Ghana, and some people said, well, who is that? I sent it to my son, and he sent me like 12 fire emojis, and my nephew, right? First thing they did is say, oh, you with keys, can I borrow $1? First thing they said. So that meant something to me, like, oh, okay, I must be doing the right thing. So my brother, who was 19 keys?
Aquaba. Blessings to the people, man. It's good to be here again. This is my second time in Ghana. It was the first time I felt safety as a black man in the world. And it was an unfamiliar feeling. Not that I didn't know what safety was, but I don't think I had actually felt it before, and I didn't realize it until I came here. And I'm around nothing but black people, right? But I didn't feel like somebody was trying to take something from me. I didn't feel like people wanted something from me. I feel like I could let my armor down and I could just walk in peace. At the time in America, North America, and he said there's 19 million well-oiled keys to unlocking those rusty lock minds. And keys is interchangeable for knowledge, for wisdom, for enlightenment, so that the people can never be oppressed or colonized again. And so I took on the moniker to be someone that could unlock the minds of our people. And I decided that I want to become 19 keys in the world that can be utilized as a global force for enlightenment. And ever since that moment that I've taken on that journey, I've been able to do that across the planet Earth. I'm from Oakland, California, where I seen black men with power, right? I seen black men with their own schools, their own systems, their own health institutions. Also seen those black men fail at the same time. I didn't read about revolution, about narrative warfare. There are those who exist on the continent who have a lot of wealth. And sometimes they're so comfortable in their wealth that they don't want things to change too much. So therefore, they won't use their wealth to create change that will make them uncomfortable. So even though they can utilize the resources that they have to empower those to create the content that raises and expands the idea of what Africa is, to combat the narratives that we receive across the planet about the continent, they're not spending and putting capital, right, budget, infrastructure into that. So therefore, there's not enough investment from the continent itself to change the narrative about Africa.
Thank you. So that's what we call a two-way street. That's what we call a two-way continental African presidents asking for reparations. I'm just being honest. I haven't landed on how I feel yet. My emotions are still mixed, but I have mixed emotions, right? But I understand that there are two sides to the colonization coin. We will never know what it feels like to be colonized on your own land, and you're walking on the same land that your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather walked on, but you speak in another man's tongue. Yes. You looking at a church that was built over your traditional shrine. We will never know what that feels like, those of us from the U.S. Yes. And in the U.S., a continental African will never know what it feels like to be shackled and to be chattel slave. But what I would like for you to talk about, and what I would like for you to expound upon with regards to reparations, is how do you feel, number one, about reparations in general, and number two, about African countries demanding and beginning to ask for reparations for what happened to the continent.
You need to be prepared. And that's what reparations is, right? It is to act to repair something. I think there's the mental part of that, of us realizing that regardless of whether you get reparations or not, it is your job to repair yourself. And consciousness, right, is the process of repairing, giving one their identity, their full sense of self back. Sometimes we come to the continent like lost puppies, looking for ourselves, therefore allowing somebody to guide you or misguide you in a right or wrong direction, and so many of us get taken advantage of, right? Because you romanticize the idea of the return.